Hello friends, welcome you to the world of object-oriented programming in Python. Well, what you are seeing? You are seeing a class whose name I've given as adder, and here is my main function, and I have got the entry point. So basically the entire code has been broken into three parts. Well, the first part to be executed is of course the entry block, and here I've given a call to the underscore name underscore which is basically a dunder variable whose content Python always set as underscore main underscore. This condition is always going to be true, and to prove that I have printed right over here the content of underscore name underscore even before I check whether its content is underscore main underscore. Always remember, this particular special variable dunder variable will always have underscore main underscore being set by Python. That's the reason why this particular statement will become true, and the control will come right in the main function, and here the body of the main function will get executed. Okay, so what is there inside the body? Well, I'm taking input from the user with the help of input function, and we know that input function by default data type is string type, and we want to perform mathematical operations, so I need to go for typecasting, and after typecasting the value will be stored in the form of integer variable, and that's the reason why I have a variable over here a. Well, this is not a proper way of giving a name. I should change it to some other name, but for the time being I'm keeping it like that. But make sure you give a proper name to the variable. Similarly, I take the second input from the user, which is again with the help of input function. By default that will be of type string, so I need to typecast it, and I create a variable called b. So these two variables are all created. Great. Now what I'm doing? Well, I am creating an object. Is that the only thing I'm doing? Of course not. Well, if I want, I can split this particular line in two half. I can write over here something like obj. So what is the meaning of this line? Well, this line means you are actually creating an object of the class name adder. Okay, so in this particular line you just created an object, and that object is not yet been initialized. And for initializing the object, what I need a constructor. So this is the line that actually invoke underscore. Well, this is a special variable, this is a special method which we call it as a dunder method or magic method. Why it is magic? Because you don't have to call underscore in it. It gets called automatically the time when you are giving a call to the constructor in order to initialize your object. Remember, this particular line actually creates the object, while this particular line initializes the object, and while doing that you are basically passing value which the user has given in these two variables which user has given the value in the main function. So here I'm passing the parameter, and that's the reason why this particular constructor is called parameterized constructor. So the value of a comes to num1, which is of type int, and the value of b, which is num2, is also of type int. So these two parameters got initialized. Well, these are local parameters. I need to assign them to my class properties so that these two properties are available in other method present inside the same class, right? So that's how you have actually initialized your constructor, at the same time you have passed the value to the constructor as well. Well, after you have done that, now what you can wonder is, what is the meaning of this object? What actually object means? Well, object would refer to some memory location where this entire thing has been created, and to see that memory identifier, I have given a call to system function called id brace open brace close, and within that I've written object. So this would print me the address of the memory location which been referred as an object. Okay, got it? Now if you notice over here that when I have given a call to the constructor or to the method, you will find the first argument is always written as self. In fact, the memory location that this object refers to and the id of this particular self, in fact both are same. Actually, I can prove that even they're actually the same. Okay, we will see that even. So here what I've done is that I am printing the raw address which is in the form of hexadecimal value, and that address I'm converting it into the decimal value right over here with the help of self. That means with the help of the ID of which is basically pointing to the self, which is the memory location that has been referred by the help of the object. I know you must be wondering about these things because probably for the first time you're coming across this concept. No worries, you will be able to figure out. Let me run the code for your understanding, and here it goes. The name of the class, the name of the file is class underscore object.py, and I hit the enter. The moment I do that, you see over here, this was the thing I was saying, that Python by default set underscore underscore name underscore underscore this particular special dunder variable with underscore underscore main underscore underscore, and that's what you can see right over here. That means line number 25 executed at first, and then I'm checking whether the content of the dunder variable matches with this particular string or not, and it does match. Since it matches, so the control will come to the main function, and it is now waiting for the user to give the first input. Let me give first input 11, and I hit the enter. That 11 goes to A, and it is expecting for second input. So if I give 22, and as I hit the enter, this B will come, the B will hold 22, and then we are creating an object, and then finally we are giving a call to the constructor. We are passing 11, 22 to num1 and num2 respectively, and to print the memory address I have gone for this ID obj. And what else am I doing? Well, before I give a call to this particular method, what I'm doing is that I'm printing the content of the first argument of the method itself. So you will be seeing the hexadecimal value in this context, and then you have got ID within bracket self. What this will be doing is that it will convert your hexadecimal value into the decimal value, and that value and this object both are actually same. Let me show you. Now I hit enter. As you can see over here, this is the address which you are seeing for line number 16. As I print ID obj, this is what you are seeing, okay? And then eventually you give a call to this particular calculate, as you can see over here. So over here you're printing the self, which is basically printing the value in the form of hexadecimal. So this is the address which is being referred as an object, and the same address get converted into a decimal. That's what you are seeing right over here. So see, this is what you are seeing with the help of ID within bracket self, and the same thing I did but in context to object. So from this perception got clear that the address to which object as well as self refers both are common. So it points to a particular common address that has been referred by object, that is obj, and it is referred by self. So both are pointing to the same memory location. Okay, got it? So now you give a call to the object or calculate. This method has been called. Again, obj has been referred over here. So first argument has to be self, and we printed this, and we are doing the summation self.num1 plus self.num2, and the return value, which is of type int, is actually getting stored inside the result. So that's how you're giving a call to a method using the object, and eventually the method returning a value. That's what we store right over here, and we are seeing the value as well in the form of result. Okay, so you can figure out from this particular program that how exactly you have to compose your object programming in context of Python, and while doing that you have to make use of the class, you have to make use of a constructor, you might have to pass value from the main function to your constructor with the help of parameter, and at the same time what is the most important part of the story is that to understand the internal nitty-gritty, that is what is self, what is object, and why do we need these things. For that reason I showed you over here that the address is in the raw hexadecimal value which has been converted to decimal value. That what been referred by obj, and the same thing is referred by self. So whether it's obj or whether it's self, both are pointing to the same memory location. That what actually got proved, okay, with this particular program. And lastly, as we talked about, underscore underscore name is a special dunder variable that holds underscore underscore main underscore underscore, and that what actually got printed over here, and that's how the program going to start. In fact, in all your upcoming program you have to follow the same strategy, and we have to define the respective task right over there. So with that we come to an end of this particular video presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and you are most welcome to the world of object-oriented programming in Python. Take care, bye bye.